Hey everyone, thanks for checking out this Continental Classic preview show. Just a quick note off the top here. Right after Mike and I recorded, AEW put out a post explaining the rules of the tournament and the layout of the tournament a little bit clearer. So we will, in fact, have a pick'em sheet behind the paywall at patreon.com/J0SHC. It's only open until Dynamite starts on Wednesday, so get in there quickly. But besides that, everything else is still relevant. Enjoy the show. Wrestling Brain. Welcome back to Wrestling Brain. I'm Scenes and Josh Custodio here for a Continental Classic preview show with my dear brother, the bassist of Hotel Mira. He's looking better than ever. He's got a cool lit setup. The man, the Philly Pine Muscle Machine, Mike Noble. How we doing tonight, brother? Late night recording for us.
I'm good, man. Thanks for calling me up.
As soon as you got home.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been home for like, I guess technically not almost a week now. But yeah, I'm toying with this little. Got a TV in the background. Might as well throw some matches on mute. Why not?
What match do we have going there?
We have the Takeshita Osprey Ricochet triple threat international title match. I wanted to put on last year's final, the Osprey Okada match, but it's not on the AEW YouTube.
I was at that match that you have on.
Yeah, I wish I was there. I think it was like it was like in the 9 days I had between tours, and I was just like, fuck, I am goddamn dead to the world.
Yeah, I'm going to stay home. I get it. But I think that was match of the night, if memory serves. Although I loved how sad they sent the crowd home for Bryan and Mox. So
this was the match that Dave Meltzer said was the best triple threat of all time. I fucking love that guy, man. People who
I love Velt.
Yeah, dude. Like people who hate on him just have never experienced joy. I love making hyperbolic statements like that. Where it's like you just get so stoked and excited for something, you're just like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Well, it's encouraging that he can still feel that way. You know, legitimately. What he was at UFC 1, so 45 years into covering this.
Did you watch Zoran on the Adam Friedland show?
No, but I saw that pop up on YouTube, and I plan on giving that a watch.
It's in the first 2 minutes, but he basically was like, when he got to the White House, they had pamphlets for UFC at the White House. So showcasing how it would go, and anyways, I don't want to.
Nasty.
Anyways.
One of my interests taken over by the worst beings on earth. All right, well, Lily's AEW is still alive and thriving as it is Continental Classic time. This is the most exciting time of the AEW year for me. I think the the Continental Classic is the best thing that they do. And Mike, I have come armed, ready to broadcast in the way that I have not seen the blocks yet. I thought that this would be an interesting thing to do. I have the website ready to open beside me, and I will read out the names one by one, and we'll talk about what we think they're going to do in the tournament, one person at a time, very similar to our G1 format. So here we go. I am opening up.
It's so funny that you haven't read them, because I thought, like, when you messaged me, it was right after I posted my opinion in the Discord. So I was like,
this is pure. That was pure chance.
Hell yeah.
And thank you to ProWrestling.net. Here we go.
I'm excited for you.
Let's start with the Blue League.
Yeah.
Mascara Dorada. Now, I have learned a little bit about Mascara Dorada recently. I didn't realize he was basically the number 2 behind Mystico in CMLL, that he was that level of a big deal, and that like people really thought that he was going to be such a big part of the future. So this is a good chance for me to get more exposure to him and bring some lucha presence to this. How do you feel about him?
I love the CMLL involvement and everything AEW. My one, like, you know that gif where it's like the animated guy and has all the swords at his throat, like the opinion.
What can you say that would have everyone like this?
The naming convention is confusing, because Mascara Dorada to me is the old Grand Metalik.
Yeah, I know.
So it's hard, and like Mystico. Like, it's like, is he the old Sin Cara? He is. Okay, cool. But he has
here's how you remember Mystico. I'm going to help you here.
Yeah.
He's the Sin Cara who got fired for fighting Sheamus and Simon Gotch.
Yeah. No, he's the OG Sin Cara. But he if he went back and was just Mystico, that'd be sick. Like, be like, okay, through line. But then he was like Carastico and like Mysticism or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, listen, it is confusing. I have no idea what's going on down there in CMLL, and I don't pretend to.
That said, I've like obviously every time Mascara Dorada this version of Mascara Dorada has shown up in AEW, it's been lights out incredible. Like the triple threat with Okada and Takeshita, I think was a breakout moment for him in front
He
of
loves to run up a guy's chest and flip, which is something I always go crazy for.
And from all accounts, he seems to be like the future ace of CMLL.
That's the impression I get from those more in the know as well. One up here, Roderick Strong. Okay.
Yeah.
Roderick Strong is, and I don't mean to praise him too heavily here. I'm not even the biggest fan of his, but he's like the perfect guy to have in a tournament like this. Yeah. Like I cannot imagine, like I suppose Claudio is in this role as well. Mm-hmm. But these are the ilk of guys who are just perfect, where no style they can't work. No one I don't want to see them against in singles. A surprise win for them will probably feel cool, and you know that they'll get one, but largely he'll probably function as a pin guy for Blue League. But yeah, I like his involvement here a lot.
A workhorse where any win makes sense, but can take falls because he's not that important.
That's right. One up from there, Orange Cassidy. Wow. Mm-hmm. This is brave of them. This is going to be the information getter, because I think there's a real chance Orange Cassidy is in all of the worst matches of this tournament. And I don't even know who I've sort of glanced up and I can see sort of, but I have not loved his work since returning. And I think the C2 asks a certain amount out of a person. So I like that they've done this because it'll give us answers on where he's at, but I'm not that interested in watching him wrestle all the matches. You feel me?
I know what you mean, but I also think Orange Cassidy since his return has been like not really featured. Like he was in Blood and Guts and stuff like that. Like he's like, but he's not like right before he left, he was main eventing against Mox, right? Like he hasn't been put in that spotlight. And I think he'll have a bit of a breakout, not a breakout party because he has broken up, but you know what I mean. It'll be like, oh yeah, Orange Cassidy's back, in my opinion.
Right above him, it's funny that I had mentioned him, Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do one of these tournaments without him if he's on the roster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, C2 is his name.
I've never considered that. That's unbelievable. He is that's not an accident. It's named after him because he's so good at it.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say again, not to go back to Orange Cassidy, but just seeing Claudio in there, it's like, man, that's not a very fresh matchup. That's already something I'm not dying to see again for Orange. So working uphill. But Claudio, oh, I see why Claudio's in this, because the name right above, John Moxley. Okay, wow, Mox is in this?
It's pretty crazy, eh? He was in the first one, if you recall.
I didn't recall that, actually.
Yeah, that's remember it was the Jay White swerve.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this is interesting. John Moxley and Claudio in the same block, no less. Yeah. So whenever that match is on the calendar is when the full-on disintegration of the Death Riders happens.
I have so many thoughts on the disintegration of the Death Riders that I cannot be contained to a C2 preview chat.
We'll give one.
I think they're just it's too obvious right now.
Okay.
I think there's something greater cooking. I think there's this can loop into the Continental Classic, and let's put a pin on this, and we can touch on that because it also involves another part of the C2, which I don't want to get ahead of myself with.
Yeah, I can't see the other block yet. I've scrolled just to Blue League. For Mox, if what Mike's saying is wrong or what I'm saying is right, like I think he's going to be losing in this tournament.
Mox can't go 0-6 or 0-5 or whatever.
No, but he can lose to Orange, who Orange has put over so many times.
But he only gives up. Like he doesn't get pinned.
Yeah, that's true. I think he loses to Claudio no matter what.
Yeah, I can see the Claudio thing.
I could see him losing to Claudio, Orange, and Takeshita.
Yeah. Takeshita.
Wow. Takeshita's booking is going to be really interesting to watch as he is the active IWGP heavyweight champion. I'm asking you, Mike. You might know better than me. Can he be pinned in this tournament?
Yeah, like he's taking losses.
And they've pinned the champ in the G1 before, I suppose.
Yeah, and also, okay, let's just kind of maybe put the cart before the horse here. But we all have Takeshita winning this, right?
Well, I guess I can just get to it here. I was going to sort of save this for the end, but I think the final and I really thought this. I don't know why this is so stuck in my mind, but I think the final is going to be a triple threat between the first three competitors that they announced in it. I think Okada, Takeshita, and Fletcher are going to be in a triple threat main event for the final of
Interesting.
this. And then I think Takeshita and Okada will cost each other, and Fletcher wins the tournament.
Interesting. Because the reason I brought up the Takeshita thing is in terms of running the block and everything like that, like I think winning the G1 and the C2 in the same year is way, way too much of a thing that they just have to do.
He can't pass up. Yeah,
Yeah.
if that's all the thinking is, I completely understand it. Like that is an insane year to have.
And that loops back into I thought I would talk about this 35 minutes from now, but it like the loops back into the Mox thing. There's just two like I think two major storylines that involve like a big face turn being this obvious is like it smells to me, you
I
know.
get what you mean. Like you think people can just see it coming too far. Claudio and Pac sort of share leadership and boot him.
Yeah.
So
And
what do
like
you think is the alternative? You think
and
Mox stays heel and stays the
have
Death Riders leader?
haven't gotten that far ahead yet. But like but okay, let's go to the Gold League. Sorry for interrupting that.
No, no, that's okay. Let's stay on Blue League here.
Oh,
You
that's
obviously have
yeah, Blue
Takeshita
League.
winning it.
Yeah.
What's the match you're most excited to see in all of Blue League? Looking at
So
these competitors.
so the other thing that I did want to bring up before we start predicting matches and everything like that is are we um for sure the format is the same as last year?
No, I tried to find like hard details on
Yeah.
the exact format and could not find them.
Because I
So
remember TK did his own bracket buster with after like on like after the first match he was like actually it's gonna be like A B C D and like you
yeah, we
know
had to
like
switch everything. I don't even know if we'll do a prediction pool this year for this exact reason. Like the tournament format. Again, we know everybody in each block is going to face each other,
yeah.
but beyond that, and I even pulled up last year's pick'em sheet to just be like, okay, what is it? And yeah, it's like, okay, the winners of the blocks face each other and then two finalists, but it's not clear. And
Yeah.
so we don't know. And it's not to complain, I'm so excited to see one, but it's very AEW that like they announced their big tournament and without the exact tournament format.
I'm gonna say Takeshita runs the block. Like I don't
No
know if it's
losses.
no losses. I think a lot of the Okada. Okay, so I think the Takeshita Okada thing is the obvious thing that they're actually going to pull the trigger on. Like I think the Mox Death Riders thing has a bit more of the schmoz vibe to it, in
Mhm.
my opinion. Um, and I also think a lot of this buildup has been Takeshita or Okada being like completely praised as the greatest tournament wrestler of all time. And what if Takeshita wins the G1 and the C2 in the same year and runs the block on the C2? Like that challenges him for that. Like
The story to build Takeshita is right there. Like what you're laying out is an incredible push
yeah,
and makes all the sense in the world. And if they go with that, zero complaint. They won't hear hide nor hair from me. Like I would outright think that's smart. I just don't know if he needs it as the IWGP champ with a built-in feud with Okada. Again, I think it probably is your odds-on favorite. Let me frame it to you this way, Mike. Maybe this is a way to do it. Is Kazuchika Okada versus Konosuke Takeshita the main event of World's End?
yes.
So that to me, if the Mox thing feels too obvious, what is that?
I don't know.
Because that feels like just like the dead on, odds on, everyone is going to be saying that. And again, AEW in fact is sometimes at its best when it is the Federation that just plays chalk and does what you're expecting.
Yeah,
But
but this is also coming off like 48 hours from Samoa Joe winning the title over Hangman Page, which only one person predicted. But I think 98% of everyone else of the world would have assumed that was a shocker.
yeah, I still think it's a shock title
It is,
change
yeah.
for sure. I just think it's the right move and thought they were going to do the right
I
thing
thought
there.
it was crazy, but I love it. You know, like
It's fun. Now, this is where it gets so tricky because people are so, and myself included, so came up on WWE. So the alarm bells can kind of ring when you see that kind of thing. But shock title changes here and there are awesome across all sports. We love
oh,
the surprise win.
I was actually talking about this to our dear friend Brendan Batchelor a little while ago
The man.
when I was talking about AEW booking versus WWE booking versus like New Japan booking, where. I think AEW, like at its worst, is like when like you'll get like a match on Dynamite that's like fucking Jon Moxley versus Lee Moriarty, and you're like, okay, like you know who's winning. Well, maybe not in this booking, but like title match Mox.
It's funny that you use Mox versus Lee Moriarty, like a very live Lee Moriarty could tap a match now, which is so weird.
But you know what I mean.
Of course, yeah. Omega versus Lee Moriarty.
Yeah. And how I was explaining it to Brendan was basically just like one of the detriments to AEW in my mind is that like you watch it because you're like, this is going to be a banger match. Like you kind of tune out the fact that like, Kenny Omega in this example, or Jon Moxley maybe, is obviously going to win. Whereas New York has had a history of batshit fucked up booking. That it kind of lends itself to being unpredictable. And New Japan has a storied history of anyone can beat anyone. So that lends itself to that. But with the recent, the Kyle O'Reilly push, the Samoa Joe win, it's kind of
a bit of a sea change.
Yeah. Like it's like oh, like anything can happen, and then And
so with that in mind, does it open your mind to different results in the Continental Classic, or is this all that happening is going, this is going to stay rigid, we're building to Takeshita Okada, and we're going to get there for... I don't even have clarity on, is this going to be for the Continental title? Because I went to the AEW website before we recorded this, and they do list Okada as champion twice, as Continental champion and unified champion. You can't do this to me, Mike. You can't call it fucking unified, and like it's literally they're teasing me. The unified title and the other title still exists,
and they're splitting it. Yeah, it's really like Ariel Helwani should have asked that for sure. Like it's real like if like they've been saying, like Don Callis said the Continental title at Full Gear.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
I chalked that up to just like a little mishap or like a slip of the tongue. But from the sleuths online, it does seem like the idea is that Okada will stay the international champion or something, which I think is whack as hell. Like
it's so dumb.
It needs to just be for the unified title, because the unified title is he said,
or introduce a trophy. That's what it should have been the whole time.
Well, yeah, exactly. Or just like a title shot at fucking Revolution or something like that. Yeah. But it's like, it's weird as hell, and I really hope they just clarify. I hope that on Wednesday we get definitive block layouts in terms of like, okay, is it the same format as last year? And I hope we clarify that it's for the unified title, because that title is visually so sick and deserves a great lineage as a top belt, and not to be split into...
But it can't be for the unified title.
Why can't it not?
Because what if Okada wins the tournament? Oh, it's like the G1. He would pick the defender anyway.
Well, no, he won it last year.
Yeah, but right now he is the unified champion.
Yeah, he was.
So if it's for a shot at the unified title and he wins, what happens?
No, it'll just be for the unified title. Like it just.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just the same as.
But each match is not. It's not live in each match.
No.
Like every time he fights, it's not up for grabs.
No. It's just like the finals are for the belt.
I never like that.
It is weird. It is
weird. Like the champ goes out there and wrestles and not for the belt.
But that's also just been the kind of the complaint in the shadows of the C2.
Well, so there's that, and then think of it on this other level, where how celebrated were they for unifying those titles and getting rid of a title? Now the national title and the tag titles, and you're gonna unsplit that one? Give me a damn break, TK. Oh my
god, yeah, it's
And I want clarity on all this. Anyway, I'm still very excited for the tournament.
Yeah,
hopefully on Wednesday, Tony Schiavone gets out there.
To answer your original question, I think the match I'm looking the most forward to, just because it's a unique one and it's the classic, like it's Claudio Mascaradorada. Just because Claudio is known to be like a great base for the luchadors, and I think it can really showcase what Mascaradorada has against someone who's made like Commander look good. And I also really think Jon Moxley versus Takeshita, because that's a big bill main event.
Yeah, kind of boring, but that's my pick, is Mox and Takeshita. It just feels like, again, I really think Takeshita is going to be on the winning track, and I think Mox is going to be on the losing track. So I feel like I see this one coming in a bit, but you just think of these guys colliding and the physicality, and you can go, okay.
I think Mox
So
has taken 2 losses to Claudio and Takeshita. I think he beats
yeah,
Cassidy, Strong, and Dorada.
that sounds right to me. But the Cassidy match is a corn flip, so
Yeah, yeah.
we're about the same here. Okay, let me scroll. What's the other one? Gold League. Oh, actually, I should have given my opinion on Blue League first. Well, okay, I will. I think Blue League looks good, and I'm surprised Mox isn't it.
It's also kind of just like the Continental Classics. You know, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's sort of
Like
yeah, it's almost like an Archie comic in terms of like stereotype default. It's like
yeah,
this
yeah,
person, you know, got the
yeah,
luchador, the base, and yeah, I
yeah,
get what you mean.
yeah,
Okay, let's take a look here at Gold League. Of course, the AW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada in the tournament. Would be insane to not have him here. I think as long as he's in AEW and can have him in tournaments, you should.
yeah.
I don't know how all get out he's going to be doing, but you know he's going to have at least one or two that are worth catching.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa! Darby Allin's in it?
Yeah, dude.
That kicks ass. He hasn't done it before, has he?
He did it last year. Remember the Osprey Darby match?
Oh, the Darby and Osprey match, of course.
Crazy.
The TV match of last year for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That's exciting. I don't know why that seems so unlikely to me. Him and Mox both surprising. Oh, and Brody King. I thought, I guess they could both be in Gold League. Darby Allin, a guy who suits, on his face, you wouldn't think tournament wrestler because he's not necessarily like sports presentation. But in terms of guy you want to see ever wrestle everybody, he's maybe top of the list.
Yeah, 100%.
Right under him, Pac. We'll get the rematch of that.
Yeah.
The other Death Rider in there.
Also
okay, Gold League already.
Also the rematch of Pac Okada.
Oh, of course, right. The Okada's first defense of the Continental title after winning it off Eddie Kingston, I believe. Yeah. So far, Gold League whips ass. Okada, Darby Allin, and Pac. What do you think of Pac in here? How's he going to do?
I like it. I think Darby's getting his win back.
Yeah.
But I know the rest of the block, and so I can't give that much of an opinion just yet.
I see Jet Boat up next here. Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey. So I want to complain about this, but Knight's done the Super Junior, so he sort of knows the tournament deal. Mm-hmm. The crowd was up for when him and Bailey did their moment facing off against one another in the gauntlet match, so it'll get a good reaction. So I'll go in with a positive attitude. Good job, fellas. Welcome to here. And then Kyle Fletcher rounds out Gold League. Gold League is the better block to me. That is
100%
cooking.
I agree. My anticipated match of the tournament in the brackets is going to be Okada Darby for sure.
I mean, that might be Fletcher Darby.
Fletcher Darby's going to be fucked. But
Fletcher Darby gets my vote for match for the tournament. But let me tell you, I think there's a chance, because Okada will do this sometimes, that if there is some sort of New Japan Young Boys coming up to heavyweight thing happening with Kevin Knight and Okada calls it out, that we could see Okada go out of his way to really give Kevin Knight something. So not match of the tournament, but something to watch out for, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, like every combination in Gold League has potential to just be match of the tournament. Like,
well, I don't know about Speedball, but
I mean Speedball Pac. I mean Speedball Okada. Speedball Okada is a rematch from fucking some pay-per-view.
Yeah, it tells you everything you need to know about how great that one was.
No. The most interesting thing. Gold League is going to be fucking lights out. I think Kyle Fletcher is probably I think Okada is going to dominate for the most part. Darby Allin's going to do his thing where he gets the big wins but takes the most losses because he's Darby Allin. And Kyle Fletcher, I think, is going to have a really great showing as well. Pac's going to be storyline reasons, and Jet Speed are going to be the fall guys.
Here's what jumps out to me. Does Pac have a total higher score at the end of the tournament than Jon Moxley?
Probably.
So you had Mox losing twice.
Don't bring my math into this.
No, I know. We're just talking about you. You said Mox loses only to Roddy and Mascara Dorada. So you would have to have Pac only take one loss then.
I only losing to Claudio and Takeshita. I don't know. I think there's a lot of ways you can go with this Death Rider story.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I do think Pac will do better than Jon Moxley. He will get the 3 wins, 2 losses, and whatever the vice versa of Mox is, because I had Mox, losing 3. Regardless, I think it's very exciting to have Pac in here. Kevin Knight, As a guy, I still have a lot of as many jokes as I make about his tag team on AEW dudes. I'm still a fan of Kevin Knight and think that his upside is super high. So this
Yeah,
is a perfect get to know me better. What can he do? Sort of, what would I say? Not it's not an experiment. He's further than that, but can you rise? Can you climb that ladder, kid? Make yourself a star.
yeah.
This gives you the opportunity for that in absolute spades. So
Yeah, I think he's like a pretty poised breakout star for 2026, 2027. So it's gonna be good. I do think if we can talk about this tournament at large here,
mhm.
um, I think it's probably the best um, bracket of 12 that's
Yeah.
ever been in the Continental Classic. But I'm kind of shocked by who's not in it.
Oh no,
Uh,
Brodito was the big one for
no
me.
Brodito, no Mark Briscoe,
Well,
no.
Mark Briscoe just won the TNT title. He wouldn't be in
Yeah,
it.
that's fair. No Ricochet, same thing with the national title, but
Yeah,
he's
right.
and no Kyle O'Reilly, but he was written off due to storyline reasons. If you saw that, like
Oh,
there was that
right. Yeah,
there
yeah, yeah.
Tony Khan was like, oh, like he's pretty banged up. I don't think he'll be able to make it. Blah 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 blah. But
That is
yeah,
sort of interesting still, though, that O'Reilly is not in it.
yeah, it kind of was interesting to me. But like last year we had like Juice Robinson getting replaced by Commander. So like overall the star power in this one's quite a bit better.
I
Um
thought for sure Brodito would be in this. I wonder what they're going to do on TV now with them. Are they still in the tag division, maybe?
maybe like the tag division's this whole thing because I thought we were due for a Young Bucks Brodito thing for sure, but we don't have to get into that.
Sure.
But yeah, and like I honestly like part of me like I know this was like absolute wishful thinking that was never gonna happen, but part of me was just like, what if Kenny Omega just did the C2?
I wish. I don't even know if Kenny can work one singles match right now.
Yeah, dude, it's grim. But like no member of the ops either. Like obviously we could just list people who aren't in it,
No, I
but
know
like
what you mean, but Powerhouse would have been a really fun name to have in here. But
yeah,
I'm with you. We'll take it on its terms. We really like it. I'll say this: I love the booking to put Kyle Fletcher in here right after your TNT title loss. Like it really washes the pain of that away instantly. Like you're in the heavyweight tournament. Like
totally.
immediate back to relevancy. Like I had said, shown on screen with Takeshita and Okada being entered into it. Okay,
Also,
Mike,
also
putting it. Yeah,
a
go ahead.
weird one was no Daniel Garcia. It's his first one he's missed.
Yeah, you could definitely see him in the Pac block and having it make
Fuck,
sense.
like I'd have him over Speedball for sure.
Yep,
But yeah, anyways,
me as well. Let me ask you this:
yeah,
if you couldn't have Okada and Takeshita win their respective blocks, who would you be picking? Let's say they're both blocks are going to have an upset. Who are you picking to win the blocks?
I would do Kyle Fletcher
Mm-hmm.
and probably I
Mox or
yeah call me old fashioned, but I think John Moxley. Like
yeah,
I think
Mox Fletcher would actually rock though.
yeah 100%, and especially like if you told this story, yeah, like first of all, just hearing those two names is like electric.
Yeah,
But
I'm in.
if you told this story where like, and this is absolute fantasy booking because I don't think it's gonna happen. But if Tony Khan's a listener and you book this, I will come after you and ask for a job. But let's say this Death Rider, like, let's picture this world where I'm completely wrong and this Death Rider's turn happens as played out. And let's say it happens early in the, let's say it happens this Wednesday on Dynamite.
Oh
Moxley's
wow.
wrestling this entire tournament as a babyface at this
Yeah.
point. What a better redemption arc than winning the C2 as a
Yeah.
huge babyface.
That's true. That's a great angle to take on it.
Yeah.
Because you're right. If they do Claudio versus Mox on Wednesday, which I hadn't really thought of, but isn't off the table, like that could be the
It
kickoff
could be
match for the.
like even if not Wednesday, but like it like one of the an early match. You
Yeah,
know?
because you're right. There's a very good chance, at least if I'm right, that he's going to be babyface after that. So that
Yeah.
is really interesting to consider, and what a redemption it would be, and sort of a march to the top. I still think that redemption probably has to come through friendship of Danielson and Eddie and this kind of thing. But
There's also like if you recall with the way the seating like and like because Tony Khan hasn't clarified this, um if you recall there was the ABCD rankings in last year, which was
yeah,
basically in hindsight a way to just get another Osprey Fletcher match.
yeah,
Um, there could be a world where like you're getting Moxley versus Pac in the semifinals and shit like that, you know, like
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
because I actually agree. Like you said it in the Discord like about a month ago now, but I do think that the vehicle for the Death Riders should be when Gabe Kidd jumps, and like he should kind of like that'll propel him into like a really really big spot.
Yeah, he's main event.
Yeah, I really, and maybe that's why I have like apprehension with uh the current way that the Death Rider storyline is playing out, because I just can't buy Claudio or Pac as leaders. And
what if it's they just oust Mox though, and they're like, someone is coming, ooh, you know?
yeah, maybe
It would sort of signal that it's Gabe Kidd since he's been there before, but I don't know. I'm just
yeah.
spitballing if they wanted to, because I agree. But if they put Claudio over Mox in the tournament, that does help pretty in like an outright way as well. Not that he's going to be cutting promos, but Pac can carry that load, I think.
Yeah, or they can also it's an interesting one. It's a very interesting one.
All right, Mike, I don't no need to belabor the point. We've gone through the tournament, but I'm going to do a couple things quickly and then we'll let you go.
Yeah, take your time.
I'm going to name some adjectives, and I want you to tell me, or like sort of like a yearbook. I want you to tell me who is that person in this tournament, okay?
Okay.
At the end of it.
Yeah.
Most surprising scoreboard.
Kevin Knight.
Biggest underachiever.
Going against my own predictions, it's going to be John Moxley. 1 second. Hey.
Saying Mox. Okay.
Sorry, getting Maisie let into my room. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Maisie. Who is going to be in the best match of, or have the most great matches?
Kyle Fletcher.
Ooh, in a tournament with Takeshita and Okada, that's high praise.
I think that the ceiling for Kyle's opponents in the Gold League are higher than the ceiling for Takeshita's opponents in the Blue League.
Who will be the most elevated through the tournament?
Mascara Dorada.
Wow, I don't mind that.
I don't think through booking, but I think through, dude, you got to check this guy out.
Like, yeah, they're doing a bunch of Mascara Dorada C2 matches on Collision, and you do have to go out of your way to see them. Like they all are quite
As
good.
the outsider, he's probably going to go 0-5, but I think they'll be great matches.
And finally, who will hit us at the end with the y'all must have forgot? Who's somebody in this tournament that we know is great, but will prove it through the C2?
Okada.
I'd love to hear that. I will set you up hoping that this is what he comes alive for, the big stuff, right?
I think he's had a great year. Like, I think he just had a weird, stinky first little bit with that weird elite angle. But Okada in 2025 has been fucking awesome.
I like his character stuff.
Yeah.
I'm excited for him here, and I think they've done a great job of building to him and Takeshita. I got to tell you, Mike, I'm really excited for this tournament. Not only for what it offers to Dynamite, which I already think is being positioned in a good spot with a bunch of changes that I've talked about a bunch across the different shows, but certainly with Joe on top and Swerve back. But plus the Continental Classic, I feel like we might be heading into a very, very nice time for my interest. I'm so stoked for this tournament. You feeling the same?
Oh, 100%. Like this December rush to World's End is going to be extremely sick, and then Wrestle Kingdom a week later.
We might have to watch Wrestle Kingdom together.
Yeah, whether it's in the Dome or streaming.
One way or another.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me, Mike. Stay tuned to where can the people find the Hotel Mira socials? Get them all in there.
Yeah. At Hotel Mira Music on all the socials that matter. And if you're on TikTok, it's just at Hotel Mira. We are, what am I plugging? We're about to go on the Western Canada leg of our tour. So Victoria, Kelowna, Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver. Hit me up. Figure something out, and then we
new EP, of course.
Big new EP, yeah. Just dropped. It's called After Party because the album's called Pity Party. Get it? It's like
it came out after. I get it.
And
I might be smarter than the average Hotel Mira listener, but I understood the whole.
If any Hotel Mira listener is listening to this, it's true.
Josh is smart.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And we just announced the UK tour, so if you find yourself in
cool.
the UK in late January, early February, hit me up, and we can go for, I don't know, a Greg sausage roll. We can hunt down Will Ospreay together. Let's do that.
Those are both fine options.
Yeah, we're also playing Newcastle, so I'll be on Pac Watch as well.
Pac's name works so well with
Hawkwatch.
so many things.
Yeah.
That little draft video Zoobs and I did, I
Yeah.
picked Pac, and so I was like, I picked Pac. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
And then you had one earlier with it. I was like, yeah, Pac. And now this one,
Yeah,
he's just great. It's a great name.
Great name.
And to you, thank you all for watching this and for the support. Let's enjoy the Continental Classic together. I'll see you in the Discord.
Hell
Have
yeah.
a great night.
Love and energy.
Love and energy, everybody.